Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jody Scotter. Today I'm going to make a couple ATCs out of some beautiful papers that were actually sent to me. So sometimes I'll get things in the mail that are just so nice. They're not ATCs, but they're so beautiful. I can't not use them. So this one was a beautiful card, handmade watercolor card from my friend Gay. So I do like saving the cards, but I really like this watercolor. So this is the first one I'm going to do. What I usually do is take an ATC card that I already have cut out, and then I use it as a template. So I kind of place it and figure out where I want that to look. I'd like to be able to get this whole flower in there. I'm going to have something cut off because not everything is going to fit, but just kind of decide what I want showing. All right, so once I get it in place, then I will just cut it out. The card is beautiful, and I just hate to waste it when I can have another ATC for my album. But unfortunately, my albums have little sleeves that only fit the ATC size, which is 2.5 by 3.5. So there we go. The beautiful card is now turned into an ATC card. So normally when the person you're trading with sends the card, they put their information on the back. I do know who did this, so I'm gonna create a label for the back and put Gay's name on it so that I know she was the one who created this ATC. The next one is, gosh, there's so many beautiful ones. The next one is this envelope. So the lady put this in this gorgeous, the ATC in this gorgeous envelope. And honestly, it's really hard to decide. She did sign it here, which is really nice. And I love the number stamp. So the first in January 2025. So I really like that, although I do like this too, but I can't have both of them on the card unless I do half and half. And I kind of like the envelope just as it is. So what I'm going to do for this one is use the bottom corner and this, and I'm actually just going to cut it out as is and use this as the ATC. So you can see that top part fell off, but I am going to glue it back on. Yeah, it must have been this way. So I'll glue this back on, and then I will have an ATC, which I think is stunning on its own. There's so many beautiful pieces to this. It's like a copper color, coppery gold, and it's stunning. If I wanted to, I could do an abstract and add a little bit of that back in, but kind of like it just the way it is. So what I'm going to do is just, normally I use matte medium, but sometimes if I don't want to get my brush out and all that, I will actually just use a Yoo-Hoo glue stick. So I'll just give it a good coating of glue. And slide that on. Great. So I've got her name, it's signed, the date, and it's a really cool card. And actually the back still looks really neat too, so it's almost like a double-sided card. So I will put that in my ATC book. This is going to go in abstract. This will go in with my florals. And then this one was incredible. Can you imagine this talented lady made this gorgeous card, and I could even use the back here also. It's an envelope that she put the ATC cards in. I really do love it. It says thank you for the trade, and I kind of want to leave it alone as an envelope. I could use it in a junk journal, but I haven't really started any junk journals. So let's just take a peek and see what we can do here. So I like that signature there. I want to get some of that in there. And I will be cutting off some of the hair, which is unfortunate, but yeah, let's give it a shot. I'm just going to cut down the side because I don't want to wreck the back in case I decide to use that. And just double check again. There we go. So right down the side, make it a tad bigger to begin with. But yeah, some of these people that trade, they're just so amazing, giving all these extras and fancy envelopes and extra papers. I just hate to not use them. Now look at that. What a gorgeous card. Seriously, this was just an extra, but I think it's really stunning. I love the face. So there's another ATC. I also do like the back of this, and it's signed, so I'm going to cut out another one here, and I might add something to it, but I am going to use this. Placement. Okay, so this back part came off. That's fine. And there we go. I'll probably add maybe something to this, but it is signed, so I'll put her name on the back as well as my name, so it's a collaborative card. And then my last one, which I love so much. Okay, so these are my papers and some cards that I just did the background on with watercolors. But this tape, calculator tape, I just love it so much. I love all the colors and the stamps that she used. It's just so amazing. I really like this butterfly, but I see that's where the tape was ended. And I really love this one. Unfortunately, there's a little crease there. So I know I can get quite a few out of this one. So I think I'm going to start with I'm going to start with this here. And I'm going to use the green there. I also have some little rickrack that I actually got today on another Temu order, and I thought it was really fun, and I'd like to incorporate it into this. I don't know, this is just really soft and springy, and I thought a little bit of rickrack on here would be really cute. So I could either put it up high and then put the rickrack down low, or I could center it and do one on the top, one on the bottom. It's kind of cute. Normally I like, or you could even take the rickrack from like an angle it. So there's so many different varieties, ways you can do it. So anyway, I'm going to start off by cutting this straight off here. And I'll be able to get quite a few ATCs out of this beautiful paper. I'm going to hold it tight. that off. This is really pretty paper on its own. I hate to kind of just waste it all, but let's see. Actually, you know what? I like it on this plain paper too, and that will save me from just covering up a whole background. So we'll just put on some glue. Beautiful. What a pretty, pretty, pretty tape. And then I'll cut the back edge. You can see I'll have all of this still left over to do another one. So that was very kind and generous. I could have done it on this is watercolor paper, so it's a nice weight to it. Could have done it on this side, but it's kind of bumpy, so I think since I'm doing it on the smooth side is best. And that's so cute. I'm not going to use the Yoo-Hoo glue for the Rick Rack. I'm actually going to use this B7000, which I like for a number of things. I'm going to do a really fine, I use it for a lot of my little miniatures on my matchboxes. So I'm just going to do a really fine line of this glue. This is always fun for me, trying to put the top back on. As I've aged, I now have to use readers, and I find it difficult sometimes to thread needles that are really small, or do things where I have to find a little hole like this one, but that's okay. So that's beautiful. I love the way the blue's up here and then it's down here repeating itself. And then, yeah, that's really pretty too. The green, you know, you can just be creative. You could do a number of things on here. I kind of like that with just a little bit of white showing through. So I'm going to do another little line down here. I like this glue tip because it's just so fine. It's really, really fine, so I have lots of control on it. All right, and we'll move that into place. It does dry clear too, so if you get a little bit on a spot that you didn't want it, it will dry clear, which is nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. It doesn't take very long to set. And then what a cute little ATC card. I wouldn't even mind doing a little bit of stitching, or I'm not sure if it needs anything else, but it's really, really pretty. Now, because I didn't do most of the art for these pieces, I will definitely be putting the other artist's name on them. If I didn't add anything to it, it'll be just the artist. Like the one that Gay did, it'll just have her name. Same with these ones. This one, I did embellish it a little bit, so I will put it's a collaboration on the back of the artist and then myself. But love that. Here's another thing you can do too, if you want to add a little bit of something else, is you could add another piece of scrap paper, collage paper. I don't know, you could even do that with a saying on it or something, but I don't know. I like things a little bit more simple. So I'm really happy with the way these turned out. And instead of just throwing this mail in the garbage, I now have 4 more ATCs that I didn't trade for. So I'd love to know if you guys like these. What do you think? So many creative people out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel and give a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.